Okay, Rams, so tonight's homework, it has a worksheet along with this video. So make sure you got the worksheet, okay? We are learning to work backwards and do some problem solving strategies with our area problems, okay? So sometimes you see a problem where it would say you know the area, but you want to find the base or the height. You want to find a different measurement other than area. So I'm going to give you a couple of quick hints and show you a couple of examples, okay? So this would work for a rectangle or a parallelogram. Okay, this one works on the ones where the formula is area equals base times height. Okay, so you take your area and put it up here, and then base and height. Okay, it's one number, the area equals base times height. Now, if I know the base and I want to find the height of a rectangle, I know the area and base, I just cover up height and I do area over base, which means division. If I know the height but I want to find base, I want to cover up base and do area divided by height. Okay? This one is for a triangle. It's 1/2 of base times height. So if I have a triangle and I know the area and the base, but I want to know the height, what I do is cover up the height and I have area divided by 1/2 of the base. Okay, that's for a triangle. And this one is for a trapezoid. We have base 1 plus base 2. Okay, and we're going to practice one of these. This one's a little bit tricky. Okay, so we're going to do a couple of problems here. We have 4 problems to practice together, and then you'll have a few on your own. Okay, make for sure we're all on the page here, that we are focused. Okay, the front of an A-frame house is in the shape of a triangle. All right, so I like to draw a picture as soon as I see some information here. Okay, the shape of a triangle, that's important information here. The height of the house is 20 feet. So I'm going to draw this and put height. Okay, when in doubt, draw it out. The area is 600 square feet. This area is 600 square feet. We want to write and solve an equation to find the base. Okay, we do not know the base. So what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to write my formula first. This is a triangle, so it's 1/2 of base times height. Now, I know parts of that, but remember, just like I showed you a second ago, let's do this, okay? And my area is 600, so this is the one that looks like this. So if you want to write that down, you can. So my area is 600 over 1/2. I don't know the base, but the height is 20. Okay, and that's all we have to do. I know that's kind of small there for you. Okay, 600 divided by 1/2 of 20. Okay, so my equation here is going to be 600 divided by 1/2 of 20. Well, what's 1/2 of 20? It's 10. So 600 divided by 10 is just 60. So it means my base is 60 feet. Okay, so I'm going to go back over here to my problem and put 1/2 of 60 times 20 and see, is that going to be 600? And that's what I have to do, is just substitute it in and solve. Well, 60 times 20 is going to be 1,200. Is 1/2 of 1,200 600? Yes, and that means my answer is correct. The base equals 60 feet. Okay? All right, the next one. This one should be a little easier. Okay? The top of a coffee table is in the shape of a rectangle. The length of the top is 3.5 feet and the area is 10.5 square feet. What is the width? So we have length and width. We also refer to those as base and height when working with area and rectangles here. So I want to write down my triangle here. Area is base times height. Okay? So it is a rectangle. So I'm going to draw it. My length is 3.5 feet and my area 10.5 square feet. Now 3 times 3 is 10, so it's not going to be too far off from a square, okay? But area is 10.5 divided by, and then I know 3.5 times W or H. Okay, now that's just a division problem. Okay, so 10.5 divided by 3.5. Well, I'm going to do this division right here. By 3.5, no decimal there. So really what I have is 105 divided by 35. Well, 33 times 3 is 100, so I'm going to see if 35 times 3 might be close there. Look at that, it's 3. So the width of my coffee table is going to be 3 feet. Okay, so you see we work backwards with these. Okay, let's do another one here. Jacob made a banner for a sporting event in the shape of a parallelogram. The area is 127.5 square centimeters. The height is 4.5. What is the base? I'm going to draw it here. Okay. Of course, it's not drawn to scale because I don't know what the other number is. So my height, that's straight up and down here, is 4 1/4. My whole area is 127.5. Now, this is a parallelogram, and the area of a parallelogram is base times height. So as long as we're identifying the shape, this is going to help. Okay, we know the area, and we know the height. We want to know what is the base. Okay, so I want to draw my triangle again. Okay. Area is base times height. Okay, so this time I know the area and I know the height. I want to know the base. So my area is 127.5 square centimeters. My height is 4.5, and I need to know the base. Okay, this becomes a division problem. Base equals 127.5 over 4, sorry, it was not a half, it was a fourth. Okay, and that division would tell you the base. Okay, I'm going to put that quickly here in my little calculator to not hold you up for too long here. But 127.5 divided by 4.25 is 30. So my base of this banner is 30 centimeters. It's 30 centimeters. Okay? All right, the last one here. Ooh, that one's a little bit tougher. A trapezoid. And it's only a little tougher because the formula has an extra piece of information. Okay? The countertop is in the shape of a trapezoid. Okay, I have been given a shape and I have not got a picture, so I'm going to draw it. Okay, so the lengths of my bases are 70.5 and 65.5 inches long. The area, is 1,224 square inches. We want to write the equation and then solve the equation to find the height. We do not know the height. Okay? So that's what we're going to work on. I'm going to draw my triangle here. Okay, area equals, this one's a little trickier. Base 1 plus base 2 times your height. Okay, that's my given formula. So I'm going to fill all these in. My area is 1,224 So I have 1/2. My base 1 is 70.5 plus 65.5 times my height. Okay, and I'm going to use that to work backwards to find the height. Okay, height equals 1,224 divided by 1/2 of 70.5 plus 65.5. That could be one way that your formula could be written if this was multiple choice. I could also simplify a little bit of this in here. 70.5 plus 65.5. Okay, well, 70 plus 65 is 135, but plus those 2 halves, right? So 1,224 over 1/2 of 136. Okay, that right there looks kind of messy to me. It looks like a fraction on the bottom of a fraction. So what's 1/2 of 136? It's 68. So really it's 1,224 divided by 68. And that's all we have to do to find our answer. So it's 18. The height of this countertop, or the height of this trapezoid, is 18 inches. Okay, this formula could be written in a few different ways. It could be written as one long equation here. You could say H equals divided by 1/2 of 70.5 plus 65.5. It could look like this. There are several different ways it could be written. Okay, just be careful and make sure we can identify which equation is which. Okay. All right, so now you're going to use this and watch do the rest of your problems.